Hi, hello. Hi. So much has changed, but nothing has changed. That is so bizarre to think about. Okay, so hello everybody, it's me, Ellie. That literally makes me cringe. You might be wondering why I'm wearing headphones. Probably not. I have been thinking, what happened around this time last year? We went into lockdown. Today's the 22nd of March, and I uploaded the first of like the Corona era vlogs on the 19th of March. So I'm just gonna react to the first few because I haven't watched them since I uploaded them. And I just want to know what I thought about the world and how long it was going to last and everything, because it is a year later and we are still in lockdown. Okay, so the first one, it is called A Bit of a Shambles, but a start to Ellie's epidemic, mum came up with that, experience. You know, I'm really scared because it's kind of cringe. My hair is so much darker. It's pretty much a shambles. It still is. We're still going to school at this point in time. Ouch. Oh my god, Boris's speeches. Sat down to watch it. We were literally just allowed to go to school. We're not even allowed to do that. I mean, I guess if you're at school you can, but you're not allowed to go to uni. Wow, this is like, so this is on the 17th of March and we still hadn't been told that schools were going to close. So much was about to change in the next week of our lives. Literally everything was cancelled. Like, you weren't even allowed into school, like, a week after this video. And we really thought that we were still going. It doesn't really make 100% sense. Same. Oh yeah, that's true. Loads of the schools started closing down, didn't they, before? And that's the same thing with uni. Like, we could be open, but they just can't manage it. Lol. I didn't even know that I was going to uni at this point. So much has changed. But also nothing has changed. Because, like, I'm a uni student now, but I'm in the exact same position as I was last year. I was sat right there in this video. We still can't do any of the work. We're still just pretending that we can. To be fair, we're doing quite well at getting stuff done, but it's like, at this point, we'd planned all our performances to be live. We didn't even know there were any other options. Whereas at least now we know we can go about it in different ways. But it's still the same thing where, like, we're not getting our full education, and that's so frustrating. You could only buy like 4 of something. Isn't that crazy? Oh my god, everything was empty. I've forgotten about that. And when you went into a shop, you could only buy so many of something. That has changed. That's not the same anymore. It might be at some point, but right now it's not. That was so sad. It still kind of feels like that, where you wake up and you think everything's fine and then you remember. Like, you wake up and you're like, oh my god. And then you remember and you're like, oh my god. I think this might be the day that we found out. There was literally no one in college, but we were still told to go in. And we were still rehearsing plays that we knew we wouldn't be able to do. So this was literally my last day of school and I had no idea. And then me and my friends went to Mackey's and listened to the result, listened to the news. And we went to Lidl and there was nothing in there, but I just bought fuck tons of chocolate for my cupboard. And we just like drove home in shock because we'd been told that we were literally going into a national lockdown. And bear in mind, so now being told you're going into a national lockdown, you know what to expect. But we'd never done this before. Like, a national lockdown wasn't a thing. And we were only allowed outside once a day for an hour's exercise. How crazy is that? At least we like are allowed out, like, it's not limited to an hour or like once a day, but we were only allowed out the house for 1 hour a day. That's so crazy. Whoa. It's only been a year. Imagine how crazy this is gonna look looking back on it. Even looking at what I am now in a year is going to be so crazy because we're still in a lockdown. I really hope in a year's time, I'm going to do this again in a year's time, and if I'm still in a lockdown, I will be throwing hands. I'm year 13, she's year 11. I'm at uni now. Shock. Well, I mean, I'm not. I'm at home in a lockdown, but kind of at uni. I could be staying at uni if I wanted to, but I would just rather be at home with my garden than stuck in halls. At current, I'm going back to halls in 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and then 2 weeks after that, we should, fingers crossed, touch wood, be back in person at uni. I did have like a month of going in twice a week to uni, but that's the only time we've been in so far. I forgot the uproar that they caused cancelling exams. And when they gave us our results in summer, I wasn't vlogging at this point, but they gave us our results in summer and then just changed them all after. Because they made our teachers give them a grade, and then they just gave us completely different grades. So then they took it all back and gave us the grades that the teachers gave us. I in the end got distinction star in acting, and a B in my A-level photography. So that was pretty swag money. I was happy with that, and I got into uni. So yeah. Oh my god, it's embarrassing the amount of food I've bought. Okay, I don't need this. I remember what I brought. It's embarrassing. Oh, we did some weird things in lockdown. I can't watch them all because it cringes me out a lot. We'll watch one more. Okay, so this is Thursday the 19th of March. Still feels like it's just a dream, Ellie. I was really hoping this was a nightmare. Oh yeah, it was literally like the day of like lockdown, and I did my driving theory test, and I passed it by like the minimum you could get to pass it, right? And then I couldn't learn to drive because we went into lockdown. I've not had a driving lesson since, a year later, and I've still not had another driving lesson. Oop. Not that I was very good at it, to be fair. We didn't even have to wear masks at this point. We didn't wear masks. How crazy is that? This is really sad because they're all at uni. They've been at uni on their own for literally 4 months. So they're going to be dead again. So we're going to be starting from scratch. Maybe I'll do a new plant haul for myself because nobody else really cares. But we'll see how long those ones last, huh? Why was I doing coursework? It wasn't going to count for anything. I got my Crocs. I love those Crocs. I'm so excited to go back down to Bournemouth and see my Crocs again. They're so cute. And I bought some purple Juicy Couture tracksuit bottoms that are gonna match. And I'm gonna look so cute. Get that oxygen, the nice fresh air. Loads of Zooms, didn't we? I wonder when the first lockdown officially ended. Okay, so we went in, like, we went into lockdown around, like, March the 19th. It was officially March the 23rd, but everything stopped on March the 19th. The first time you were allowed to see anyone from outside of your household was in May. And then you were allowed to meet 6 people outside by July, because I had people on my birthday. And then in August, you were allowed to meet 6 people inside, outside, wherever you wanted, Inside you had to wear masks. You could go to a restaurant there and take your masks off. August was completely fine. And then everything was backtracked in September, October. And we went back into another national lockdown, which was like a month long. But they kept schools open. And then the lockdown ended for 2 weeks before Christmas. And then on like literally the day before Christmas, we effectively, without them saying you're going back into lockdown, we were effectively put back into lockdown. And then they made the lockdown official on January the 4th. And we've been in there since. But effectively, the only months we weren't in lockdown were July, August, September. Which is pretty crazy to think about. But let's think about things that have changed. I'm 18 now. I was 17 then. I went to uni. That's literally it. They've started vaccinating people. I think half the adult population are vaccinated. So that's a good sign. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little look back. It's really just for me, so I can like think about it, where my head was at this point in time. And if I remember, I'll try and do this again next year. It'd be really interesting to like keep my opinion on it going. Wow. Well, let's hope this time next year we aren't in lockdown. How crazy. How crazy. Yeah.